Hello everyone, may I have your attention? Our webinar is about to begin. I'm Ted Bai from UnionTech and I will be your host today. Welcome to our webinar and thank you all for joining us. First of all, may I introduce a little bit about why we hold this webinar? Well, we came up with this idea because earlier this year, UnionTech and ZW3D reached a strategic cooperation in overseas market. And soon after that, we have made some significant progress together. As some of you might already know, UnionTech is a leading 3D printing company in China. And ZW3D is an all-in-one CAX provider in the field of engineering software. Through collaboration, we believe we can explore much more solutions in terms of combining 3D printing and CAD. Well, then enough about the backstory. Let's go right to the topic. Now, may I pass the microphone to my colleague Jason Wang, the sales director of UnionTech. He will take us to this exciting journey of 3D printing. Jason, we are all yours.
Very glad to know everyone online. I'm Jason. Yeah, today I will present to you a brief introduction on what is 3D printing, who is UnionTech, what products and corresponding applications we provide and promote in this industry, and the last part to be introduced by my colleague, Marco, Sales Manager Euro from our German subsidiary, how to be our reseller and what benefits we can share with you. Oh, yeah. Now let's start from part number one, 3D printing. What is the 3D printing? Actually, it is a concept relatively to the traditional 2D printing. As you can see, for example, the warrior in the picture on the left is printed on a piece of paper. But if you have a 3D printing file with a 3D printer, you can have a real or, let's say, physically, the cartoon character on your hand. Another name of 3D printing is AM, which means additive manufacturing. AM is again a concept relative to FM and SM. FM is formative manufacturing, and SM is subtractive manufacturing. A typical FM technology is injection molding, by which the most of our daily plastic things are made. And the CNC is an example of SM, subtractive manufacturing. Simply, we can understand that AM is to make things from 0 to 1, and the FM is from 1 to 1. Well, FM is from 1.5 to 1. People say that 3D printing is a disruptive technology which will change the way of thinking and manufacturing. It is a kind of a sunrise industry. And the conventional manufacturing, but the conventional manufacturing will still play a major role. Like each coin has two sides, 3D printing has pros in terms of design freedom, which means basically you can design whatever complicated geometric structure you can imagine. Fast in realization, which means you can get a unique physical object within hours. Online production allows you to customize your works just in the right number, size, and performance without any compromise. But of course, there must be some disadvantages that the 3D printing cannot replace all other technologies up to date, such as material variability, product quality due to the material properties, and no scaling effect if a mass production is required. As of today, according to various studies, 3D printing already penetrates 50% of prototyping, but only 5% and 1% of tooling and end products respectively. And of course, its cons are the directions for 3D printing in future to develop. Now let's have a look at the major 3D printing technologies. There are various types of 3D printing technologies. Newcomers to 3D printing industry may be confused, but the main differences are the forming process and the material availability. For example, FDM extrudes plastic filaments through a nozzle. SLM melts metal powder by laser. SLS sinters polymer powder by laser. SLA cures liquid resin by laser, and the DLP cures liquid resin by UV light. And SLA and DLP are UnionTech's main products with accumulated technologies and experience of more than 20 years. This is a simplified SLA working principle and hardware configuration. The laser set is on top. Liquid resin is filled in a vat. A platform is submerged in the resin. When the printer starts, laser beam generated by the laser is coming downwards to the surface level of liquid resin to scan in dot and cures a very thin layer in a range of, let's say, 50 microns to 120 microns of the liquid resin into the solid. When one layer is finished, the platform is moving down one layer distance, so that there's another layer of the liquid resin just in between the solid part and the liquid surface, and then is scanned and cured by laser. After second laser is formed, the platform lowers another thickness, layer by layer. This circle is repeated, and finally, you will get a solid part or a workpiece. Similarly to SLA, a DLP is also solidifying liquid resin. Differences, the SLA uses laser to scan the resin in a dot, while DLP uses a digitalized projector to flash the resin in an image, like making a photo with a micron thickness. There are two types of DLP technologies. On the right, you can see this is to place the light source at the bottom. And the platform is moving upwards with the printed parts, upside down. And the other, as shown on the left, is locate the light source on top, and the platform is moving downwards like an SLA. So part number 2. In this part, I will brief you about the UnionTech and our products. UnionTech was founded in the year 2000. We are the pioneer of the Chinese 3D printing industry, witnessing the explosive growth of the industry in recent years in China and globally. With 2 decades accumulation, UnionTech is now a full solution provider covering a complete supply chain. With ZW software, we can offer from CAD/CAM software, and also in-house developed, we have our own PolyDev to transfer different design files into a 3D printer readable format. Our key products are the hardware, which are the printers with accessories. And also a variety of 3D printing materials are available, either from our own chemical workshop or global chemical partners. If a customer does not want to invest in a fixed asset, let's say a printer, but he definitely needs a 3D printed parts, we can also provide the so-called printing service. He just needs to give us his file with printed parts in our service bureau. With regard to the global market, we have so far established a subsidiary in Germany and 2 offices in Russia and Vietnam. Next year in Q2, we are planning to enter the American market. And so far, we have 50+ channel partners throughout Europe and Asia. But of course, we welcome more friends to join us. And as mentioned before, 3D printing industry is a sunrise industry with increasing volume. which is big enough for everyone or company to enter, develop, promote, and share. Polydev is our in-house developed data preparation software for 3D printing files. It will be officially released by the end of the year, so it is planned as our next webinar. Materials are playing a very important role in 3D printing process. And we partner with many world-famous chemical producers. For example, the first one, Synthetic, is our own subsidiary, mainly focusing on a niche market. Evonik, the German chemical giant, is actually a minority shareholder of UnionTech. If I say DSM, nearly everyone in this industry knows that DSM, it's an expert in SLA resin. But now DSM is, of course, part of another German producer, Covestro. BASF and Henkel also see the opportunities in 3D printing and are putting much effort on development of high-performance resin for SLA and DLP technologies. The last one, Licreate, is based in Netherlands and is a renowned supplier in Europe. As mentioned before, we have SLA and DLP production line. The SLA line mainly includes 3 series of products: RS Pro series and the Pilot series, mainly focused on high-end markets such as Europe. And the Light series is provided as cost-effective solutions for Asian countries. In DLP technology, we have the Cube 380 and the Cube 300 for industrial applications. The 2 printers in the middle, S300 and E140, are mainly for the clinics and dental labs. And the biggest one, D800, is specially designed for mass production of aligner models. We have, for each printer, a separate one-pager introducing main features and technical data. For example, these are the technical data from one-pager of Aspro 600. Of course, after the webinar, if you are interested to know more about our printers, please let us know. Our sales manager responsible for each country or region will contact you for detailed introduction and explanation. We have here the same for Pilot 450. Please note that the Aspro 600 and Pilot 450 are our best-selling printers in Europe. Light 600 is our best-selling machine in Asia. Despite negative impact on dental labs due to COVID-19 in Q1 last year in China, we still sold more than 150 S300 in China. There's a video we can see.
S300是一款口腔专用 3D 打印机，它拥有高精度、大幅面、高效率的特点，实现了激光锁压模的批量生产。它采用了寿命长达1万小时、工业级式感光机、极低的光学畸变和极高的整幅面光强均匀性，畸变率小于1/1000.5，工业级的电气元器件，高精度机械结构，为稳定量产保驾护航。S300 3D 打印操作极其简便和流畅，有3种打印方式 ：USB、WiFi 以及网线。选择文件，点击打印即可。它成型的原理就是底部光机投影，固化的树脂第一层粘在成型平台上，成型平台剥离上升，再下降，剩下一个层后树脂，再曝光固化，周而复始。 很快整板牙模就打印好了。S300每天能轻松打印80到100个牙模。我们为口腔应用专门开发的 Automotive GLP 前处理软件，具有自动摆放、自动调整参数等功能，同时具备远程文件传输和远程控制功能，在办公室就能操作打印机，以满足不同口腔应用客户的需求。我们还为 S300 定制了一套专业算法，实现了极低的光学畸变和极高的光强均匀性，保证整幅面打印一致。打印完成后，可将托板取下产件，从特制结构不锈钢平台上产件，可轻松产下牙模，能确保牙模底部平整，不锈钢平台不易划伤。S300 打印出来的牙模质量是非常令人兴奋的，牙齿颈缘线清晰，底部平整，牙模表面耐磨、耐蒸汽吹洗，环扫精度达到90%以上，可以打印种植模型、修复模型、活动模型和真机模型等，处于行业领先水平。联泰科技子公司信士迪克为 S300 定制了口腔专用光敏树脂材料，同时我们也为 S300 提供了适用于口腔各类应用的工艺包，使用户的打印过程更加稳定便捷。S300 配置了可换模树脂槽，换模过程极为简单，单人5分钟内即可完成换模操作。它具有功率自动矫正功能，用户自己可以定期检查、矫正关机功率，以保证设备长期稳定运行，减少后期维护费用。S300 高产、耐用、实惠，是您口腔数字化进程中的忠实伙伴，因为我们始终坚信，成就客户就是成就自己。
Okay, we go to the next slide. This is Cube 380, and Cube 380 is a top-down projection DLP machine with, let's say, a much larger build envelope compared to other DLP printers. And this is actually or mainly developed for the industrial applications. And the third DLP machine I would like to introduce is D800. This is our latest product, specially designed for mass production of aligner models. With the state-of-the-art technology, it is equipped with 4 optical engines, which enable a maximum output of 96 aligner models printed at the same time in one build envelope. There's also a video I can show you. Okay, now let's come to part number 3, applications, mainly including our customers and case studies. And here you can see that the main industries in which 3D printing, especially our SLA and DLP technology, are applied. Service bureaus, the first one, and the second is automotive, electronics, education, medical and dental, the targeted market. So in case you want to join the 3D printing industry, you can think about if you have any resources or network available in the above mentioned business sectors. Okay, now we come to the section of a case study. Fuhan is actually the largest 3D printing service company, or to say the printing service bureau in China. It has more than 700 sets of UnionTech 3D printers. The second case study for the service bureau is another company, also one of the largest in China. It is called WeNext, with 400 UnionTech 3D printers. This is another relatively smaller one, a service bureau in China, in the north part of China. It has more than 150 printers from UnionTech. Automotive is another big industry where 3D printers are applied. And this is an example from the so-called Formula E, electronic Formula E team. So Tongji University is a university located in Shanghai, and they have a racing team, which is the China's #1 Formula E team. And they use UnionTech printers to produce 56 parts for their new car in 2021. This is another case of automotive. CTech is a Chinese company, provides car customized services. They also use UnionTech to manufacture complex customized car parts. And a third example for automotive is a customer in Singapore called Automotive 3D Asia. They produce an air intake to allow bigger air reservoir for a BMW car, as you can see on the left pictures. Orthodontics. This is another big industry for 3D printing. And this customer is called Smarty. It is one of the earliest and now is the biggest companies to use 3D printing in the field of aligners. This is the application of S300 in a large-scale dental lab in China. another dental lab. This is the tire industry. And you can see this is a typical process or flow and how a 3D printer is integrated into this process. Art and cultural are a very kind of a very creative industry. So the ideas are popping up from time to time. So the artist needs a 3D printer to print their idea in a physical object quickly. So this is an example of one of the Chinese artists uses our machines to bring the magical world in a ancient Chinese stories to life. Another example of art and cultural. This company is called Xiumei. It is actually one of the biggest manufacturer of shape models. And since the year 2013, it has introduced more than 30 printers from UnionTech and established especially a 3D printing innovation center. Decoration. This is a luxury high-end restaurant located in Shanghai. They have some very unique design of lamps, and these lamps are produced by us. Next one, footwear industry. UnionTech is a long-term partner for Adidas tooling business. So we have a very, let's say in this way, we have a very deep relationship with Adidas worldwide. Packaging industry. This is the example from one of our customers in Europe. It is called a Bruni Glass, the world's largest and high-end producer of glass, plastic, and metal containers. They use our Pilot 450 to shorten the development time for the design of the new products. case studies. The last part is part number 4, partnership. I would like to shift the wheel to my colleague from our German subsidiary, Sales Manager Europe, Marco. Marco, are you there?
Yes, I am there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, very clear. So I go to next slide and please explain to our friends, okay?
Okay, thank you, Jason. Hi, hello, good morning to the people from ZW3D. I want to say thank you that you join us here today, and I want to say thank you for all that interesting information we got before from Jason and the impressive videos we saw, especially the last one. This is my favorite, I must say, from Bruni class in Italy. What makes really amazing products out of our printers. Okay, what are the benefits working together with UnionTech? I just have this small slide, what you see in front of you. UnionTech products will open you the door to the new world of 3D printing industry. For now, I guess, as I know, at least as I know, you're working almost 100% with 3D development software, and you develop 3D files for the world of 3D printing later on, or even on CNC milling or whatever you can do with it. But from now on, with working together with UnionTech, you will have much more types of products what you can offer to your customers or to your leads. So you can play a little bit more maybe on the piano, and you can start a discussion regarding to hardware, to software, to the software you do anyway, but also to consumables, what we offer, and to our services. So what we also give to you is a free business model to all our resellers or agents. So you can imagine the big printers, the big hardware parts, what we sell needs special care sometimes. And we know we have different situations with agents, with resellers, but we also have special demands in all regions, because our printers need service, they need maintenance, they need an installation. This is not easy done by just an agent who is only a selling point. So we offer for all partners a special business model and a special, let's say, treatment to satisfy the customers at the end of the day. There is maybe one thing you should always have in your head. What is another benefit to work together with UnionTech is the profit you can make. Or let's talk about our parts, our printers. Let's say we start with our hardware. The lowest price printer is about, let's say, 10,000 euro. We start from the value. The biggest printer, you saw some videos from our big printers, has about, let's say, more than 500,000 euro value. And now you can calculate yourself, if you get a 2-digit percentage of commission on that, what it could be worth for the single salesperson. How can we support? What we do, or what we have, is a global network of sales managers in every part of the world. Very soon we also will be based again in the United States. So we are in Middle East, we are in the Far East, from us in Asia, we are in Europe, of course, and in every place in the world, wherever you sit, you will find a partner you can talk to. And in all that areas, we offer, of course, a technical support, or if for any reason, and we have a lot of reasons during the pandemic, we offer also remote or online support for the companies. They don't want to have visitors inside right now in these times. Also on top, we offer regular sales promotions in the single areas, or even we do it on demand. So if you guys have any cool idea what we could do in a special region of the world, just come to us, talk with us, and we will find something to promote our products in your area. On top, this is something I want to give everybody of you guys on the way. We have really flexible commercial terms on special project base. So we never, this is one of our main tasks, we never give up a project before we discussed it to the end with a customer. So always come to us, even if you think this is a sort of situation or this we can't realize at the end, come to us. We always try to find a way to realize the business. With these words, I give back to Ted, our overseas marketing manager, and he will tell you or say you some final words. Ted, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, thank you, Marco. Thank you, Marco, for your detailed explanation of our partnership policy. Thank you. And also thank you, Jason, for your previous detailed presentation of, yeah. Now we've entered the last part, Q&A part. If any of you have any questions, please chat with us, send a message to us, we will answer them. And yeah, a big thanks to all of our participants here for your listening. If you have any questions, just send them to us.
If later on you are interested to be our partner or reseller or agent or whatever, just write me an email. My email address is shown on the screen. According to your region and countries or regions, I will distribute your information to our assigned sales managers.
Yeah, let's see. We just got some questions from the platform. Yeah, we got this message. Ask us to send some record video. Sure. Okay. Also, we got this message. Send more details to your mail. Yeah, that will be arranged surely. Okay, we also got this message. Please send me more info. Will be interesting because here in Mexico. Sure, our sales manager will contact you later. Okay, got many messages here. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, if you have any questions after the webinar, please send your email to this Jason's email. It's shown on the screen. Looking forward to cooperating with you, sure. Okay, I think that's pretty much about it for today's webinar. Thank you all for your very kind listening. If you have any further question, please make a contact at any time. You are more than welcome. Hope we can see you again in another upcoming webinar. Also, I want to take this opportunity to thank our partner ZW3D for your huge support to this event. See you next time.
Yeah. Many thanks to Greta and Sean. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah. See us next time. Bye.
Bye.